Ryan from Fortnine is full of
This wacko policy by this wacko.
I will be at Get On ADV Fest in South Dakota. You should definitely come out there and see me. Probably know, but if you don't know, Ryan from Fortnine did a little video a while back saying how armor and gear is unnecessary and we shouldn't wear it.
This is gonna sound like some April Fool's joke, and it is, but not on you. I can't tell you to take the armor out of your jacket. I can just tell you that I take the armor out of my jacket, and I love it.
But if Ryan said to do that, surely he has a reason to say so. I mean, he's become such an authority, a voice of reason in the motorcycling world. I mean, just look at the production. I were to, you know, walk around with some sort of camera pointing back at me and then, you know, get on my motorbike here to say things like I know what I'm talking about, why wouldn't you listen to me?
So why does he do the talking out of the side of his voice thing? It's got the same vibe when Joe Biden was like whispering and then talking really loud. Pats don't matter, the pats matter. You put the helmet on the man. When you have a channel where you're supposed to be the it guy, right? Who knows all the things. You can't keep coming up with a, hey, you guys didn't know this, but this is the real deal. So you're gonna have to start just winging it eventually. I mean, God, remember Yami Noob when he was always doing those list videos? Does he do those anymore? They ran out of things to talk about, and they were making things up. Then they just let AI do it. I think he finally got off of those, right, and got on to better things like firing Spike. I'm also surprised that Ryan, being from Canada, could even say those sort of remarks. They got like that universal health care, probably got something like health and safety like they got in the UK. They probably call it the same thing too. They really want to be the UK, the Canadians. They think they're a part of it. They put the Queen on their money, doing your parliament the same way they do it, you know? Oh, the honorable gentleman.
The honorable member.
We're having fun watching it. We have to turn and laugh at you guys because everything's crazy over here. I'm surprised y'all's insurance would even let you ride without gear. You know, that insurance you have to have by the province, territory, state, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, did you guys know that? They have to pick, like the area they live in picks a company to do insurance with, and then everyone has to do it with them. The Canadians in my Discord about it all the time. Oh man, these f***ing idiots, eh? They got the worst f***ing one they could f***ing pick. That still doesn't explain why did he come up with this idea in the first place? Why no armor? Well, he's claiming it doesn't really do anything. He brought some studies up, you know, he found some studies and he was like, see, it's a bunch of crap. Now, a lot of people instead of beat him up on this, you can go look at the comments of that original video. They're saying he's wrong and this study and that study and I'm a doctor and I've seen this and I've seen that, blah, blah, blah.
But even so, why? Like, even if you think they only could maybe barely do something, I mean, why take them out? What's the benefit there?
I don't know.
He's up there in old Canada, particularly BC. You know, everyone from BC is like, you know, they don't know from BC. You know, they say out the side of their mouth like that. What does it even mean? British Columbia? We've already talked about it. You're not England, and you're sure as not Columbia. I guess without the armor in there, it's a little easier to move around. I think that's what he's getting at. I don't know how much of a big deal that is here, though, in Texas, because we are literally really close to the f***ing sun, okay? It's hot as out here, and it's only going to keep getting worse. That's what they say, at least. Is the globe getting hotter? There seems to be some good evidence, but then also the scientists seem to say we only have 5 years left, and they've been saying that since like the 60s or 70s. And Greta Thunberg has boobs now, and you guys are way too excited about it. I swear to if she starts putting on makeup and doing squats, you're gonna sell your car and start painting shit orange. Tits don't just make you correct. I don't know why politicians haven't done this more. I feel like we're only a couple elections away from where the next person up there, it's gonna be somebody up there and they're gonna be debating. And one guy's gonna say one thing, one guy's gonna say other thing. They're gonna go to this chick in the middle who's just got her tits out. She's like, if I become president, my OnlyFans is free. And that'll be the president posting like from the Oval Office. Anyways, comfort here in Texas is a little different. If you notice, most people around here aren't wearing gear at all, especially in the summer. They would literally rather get road rash than feel hot. Ryan's up there giving up the armor protection just for abrasion. Here, they've completely said f all of it because it's all about airflow. We're not in the desert part of Texas. We're in the humid part up here by Dallas. Things are weird here too, by the way. I mean, look, there's not much to do around here. It's pretty flat. I don't think no armor is a solution. I think you should wear nothing but armor. Look at me. I look so good in this armor. Why? Because airflow is king when it's hot like this. And no jacket on the market is going to flow air like one of these armored suit things. Got different names. I've heard them call them compression suits, armored suits. I'll put a link to some in the description. These things, these flow air. I've got armor look at this back protector. Look at this thing. What jacket has got armor like this? And it stays in place. It's tight. It's good. If I hit the road, I'm bouncing. Also, if there's a sci-fi movie being filmed somewhere around you and they need some sort of futuristic cops or military force, you're ready to be an extra, okay? They love this. You show this to a Hollywood director, it's like, oh, that sounds like a spacesuit. I know what you're thinking. I know I look like a Power Ranger. I look kind of crazy, and there's zero rash protection. Hang on. Get yourself a t-shirt, maybe a size big or one you don't care about stretching, and throw that over it. Dress it up. And now I don't look as ridiculous. I got a shirt on, you know? I'm just some guy, you know? Who cares? What about rash protection? We've now added armor, but we have zero rash protection. How could plastic sliding down the road possibly protect you, you know? I don't see how that would ever possibly go well. Hey, look, I got a little excited here. Is that oh, it was just a frame slider. Look at that thing, you know? It's one of these weird little plastic things with a single point meant to handle a 400 or 500 pound motorcycle sliding down the road. Made of plastic. Huh, sure, it's Delrin, but I mean, like, I've got mini points when I slide, and all of this armor is in the impact slidey zone areas. Now, they don't say you should use this on the street, and you shouldn't. Don't listen to me. It's wrong. You can't do it. But if I had happened to crash on the street in some gear like this, and I had happened to notice that I only slid in the areas where thick plastic was, I suppose it could work.
Now look, if I was gonna be doing some jigsaw bro and going 190 miles an hour, I might not wear a jacket like this. If you're just riding around doing supermoto stuff or riding around town, I just don't see that there's a problem with this setup. This is the kind of riding I think it's fine for. Not that you should be doing this at all, because this isn't the right kind of gear for this. I mean, you should never do this. Don't do this. This gear isn't designed for this. You mustn't do this. You'll die immediately. You're much better off doing what Ryan says, taking your armor out. If you were to embrace this max airflow, though, idea, we can take it a little further. We can get this to work even better. What about the pants?
See, I think the best pants aren't actually pants at all. They're overalls. Now you're just thinking I'm messing with you. These are motoralls, okay? They are meant for riding. And to be fair, they're meant for off-road riding, motocross, that kind of action. But they flow extremely well. I can easily fit my knee armor in here if I like. Got a lot of pockets here. Look at all these pockets I got. There's a grasshopper on the camera. In the knees, the biggest slide area, I typically wear these with my knee armor. Same idea as we were saying before. Even if I blow through this, I am not blowing through that knee armor. Why? They're not meant for rash protection, abrasion protection. They're a textile. They seem to have some abilities here. And also, they do something really unique that you don't get unless you're wearing like a full one-piece suit, is they cover the hippies up, okay? Because they come up and it's strapped. That grasshopper was on me. Because they're strapped, it stays up high. I've got matching scars on both of my hips. You can have gear on, it doesn't matter. That's one of those weird points that opens when you crash, and this actually stops that. And the airflow is unbelievable compared to some normal jeans. These motocross, off-road stuff is meant to flow air like crazy, and that is what we need out here directly under the sun. But you have some options if you hate how this looks. Remember I was saying you can wear a big shirt over it, cover it up. You could wear a jersey over it, or you could tuck the jersey in and just go full Ronnie Mac style. That's also a lot of fun. It cracks people up. I'm not finished. We can get even more airflow.
Ditch the street helmet altogether and get you one of these MX helmets. The airflow is tremendous, as Donald Trump would say. And for those of you who've been saying, Jake, all this gear is just less and less safe than normal street gear, here's where you gotta eat my because this is a safer helmet than my street helmet. This is a MIPS racing helmet from an Alpine Star. The airflow from an MX helmet is awesome. And with that, with these pants I got on, oh man, when you stand up, it's really good. If you're used to just squidding it up and I put you in this gear, you will see it's not bad. Over straight up squidding it, I actually now have some sun protection. Those guys just getting sunburned. Just basically this exact setup minus the shoes is what I was just wearing on the supermoto track. Probably not meant for doing that though, so don't do that. You only wear full race leather. Also, all this gear lets you move around so much better too. We gotta do all that. Gotta get the elbows up, get foot out. Gotta do all that stuff. Let's take a little break here, because I gotta tell you something. I can make this even better. How? No goggles. The goggles are just eating up real estate for wind. You want to get the max wind? Don't go with any goggles. Put you some sunglasses on in your helmet. If you've ever tried to just shove sunglasses into your helmet, or any glasses for that matter, you know it's not very easy. I literally used to go and like take my helmet to the store and like put on glasses to find something that would like get into the helmet. And I still used to half the time cut the ends of them off around them. What a mess. You don't need to do that thanks to Flying Eyes. Look at these. These are my normal everyday glasses, but do you see what the sides can do there? They're soft. They're soft. They were made for pilots. That's why the company's called Flying Eyes. They go under headsets. If you're a gamer, this actually is a good idea for you too. At some point, someone figured out that means they also fit in a helmet. Oh, so nice. Look at that. Don't I look good? This is a good setup here if you want the craziest amount of airflow. I mean, seriously, look at me like this and look at me with the goggles on. Goggles, no goggles, goggles, no goggles. You see how much more of my face you can see? That's just pure airflow, man. It's airflow. And you know what if you get caught out at night though with this setup? Now, look, these are prescriptions, okay? But I actually been telling people, we were just talking to someone about this in my Discord. I said, just get you some clear ones. They'll sell them to you like that. And then get these clip-ons. These are magnets that come in a bunch of different colors. And this is the most airflow at all. Obviously, they do prescriptions. They do sunglasses. They can do the magnetic sunglasses in multiple colors. They've got a lot of options if you want to wear some nice glasses while you're riding. Now, this is a great sponsor. I've actually been wearing their product for many years, but we're actually now working together. Head on over to Flying Eyes and use code Jake10 to get 10% off. And speaking of airflow, I'm gonna get moving now because that's what makes all this work. I know I look cool like this. Still want to give you a couple suggestions, warnings, whatever. To be fair, Flying Eyes is a sponsor of mine, but I'm gonna be completely fair. I would still bring your goggles with you. If you're riding with anybody else and dust is getting kicked up, you're gonna want the actual goggles to seal around your eyes. If you're also doing a bunch of over 60 mile an hour kind of riding, that's a lot of wind hitting your eyes. It will kind of get around them. And one other final thing I will say, the magnetic sunglasses, if it's really windy, if you got like a crazy headwind hitting you or a bunch of gusts, it can pop these off. The magnet's fairly strong, but like if you lift under, like there's not a magnet on the bottom, it can pop them off. And I actually have had these pop off on me going like 60, 70 miles an hour, and I caught them like a f***ing ninja out of the sky. And no, of course I didn't film it. I wasn't filming when that happened. Of course, right? For some reason, the industry just wants to make everything black. There's really better colors we could use. Like white would be the best color. Hey, I can't say that. The algorithm's gonna hear what I said and not understand the context of it. It's not, I'm talking about the gear, motorcycle gear, not a race of people for sakes. Here, I'll go the other way. The algorithm likes this. Actually, white people, we're the worst people. See, they like that. To be fair, these Motorolls do come in other colors. At the time when I ordered these, the only ones in stock were black. Other things though, like this MX style armor, all the companies only seem to sell stuff in like all black. But I'm not done with my suggestions, okay? For the only airflow in the world, you're still gonna get dehydrated. This is a nice Camelback one. I've had this one for years. It's even starting to show weather UV damage. It's still fine, it's just losing some color. I got cheapo ones at Walmart. And I know what it is, you guys are lazy, you get home and you don't think about it till next ride, and then the water, it's like stanky in the bag. Throw it in the freezer. That's what I do. I drain it out, not even all the way, dude. I'm lazy. I'll just chunk it in the freezer. Next time I want to use it, yank it out. Gotta get the water, okay? With water, airflow, earth, wind, and fire, no one can stop me. I'm a god of driving in the summer. That might have been a bit much. Well, what am I supposed to say from here, right? I'm supposed to say, oh, you know, these are just my ideas, man. Ryan's got ideas, I've got ideas. Yami Noob uses AI for ideas, and they're just like my opinion, man. That's what I should say, but f all that. I'm right, they're wrong. Do what I said. I mean, don't do it. You'll die. This is the wrong gear. Don't do it. I got so much airflow right now, especially when you stand. The perforations, guys, the perforations. Here's air hitting my balls. It's hard not to like Ryan. He's got that punchable face with that chin, and he has make a lot of really good videos. I'm having a lot of fun here. But in all honesty, guys, my goal here, anything else, is to talk to you all that just squid it up all the time. I'm trying to show you something here that generally does work, and it makes you feel. You guys, the way some of y'all ride squidding it, I swear to God, if I put you in gear like this, you'd be maniac. I like to see you fall off your bike. I don't want to see you fall off your bike, but if you do fall off your bike, I want to see you like go, woohoo, that was crazy. But look, I'm all right. I'm okay. We're just having a bit of fun. You know, if that's some suggestions you took to heart, maybe give me a like, maybe give me a subscribe. Maybe you hate the video, give it a dislike. Leave me a comment saying you hate it. It's all about the engagement. Essentially, YouTube makes you act like a weirdo, like a creep. Jimmy, quit acting that way. You're creeping that girl out. Jimmy's like YouTube, and he's like, she's the least paying attention to me. Like it, hate it. Engagement. Obviously, this video went off the rails several times. If you want to see the full version of this video, that'd be over on Patreon. And you can check that video out for just $1 a month. That'll give you full access to the whole library. Hey, Cal. He's like, get the f away from my fence. Bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, bye to you too. Bye. We should probably grab the handle. Yeah.